What's going on? My name's David Page. I'm a professional singer and guitarist, and my wife and I are actually between contracts on cruise ships. I want to tell a little story from our time on the Carnival Elation. This story is about one of the most memorable things that happened during our contract on the ship. It was mortifying to me in the moment, but I was able to find some humor in it and I wanted to share it with you. This story takes place on the final night of the cruise. It was Epic Rock Night, and this was during the second showing of Epic Rock. If you're unfamiliar with Epic Rock, it's one of the production shows that the Carnival Elation had in the main theater, and I was lucky enough to be the guitarist to open the show. Throughout the intro to Epic Rock, I have to hit certain marks in order to make sure that the show is running on time. The performance started off great. Mark 1 went really great. Mark 2 went really great. And as I got to my third mark, something weird happened. I was in the middle of a guitar riff and I heard something very strange. I heard the sound of metal hit my guitar and I didn't know what it was. When I looked down, I noticed that the urn that I wear around my neck as a necklace was on the ground and had spilled on the stage. Just a little bit of a backstory. I was really close with my dad growing up. He was such an integral part of who I am as a musician and my journey to becoming a guitar player, and I actually wear this urn necklace every time I perform. It's a really beautiful piece, and the diamond in there was from his wedding band. You would never know that this is an urn just from looking at it when it's around my neck. Because this happened right in the middle of a performance, I knew that I couldn't stop to try to figure this out, try to clean up, try to do anything. All I could do was strum my guitar, kneel down, and pick up the urn as quickly as I could and slip it into my pocket and finish the performance. It was not the best guitar playing I have ever done, but I was able to get through the performance and finish. When I got backstage, I screwed the necklace back together and put it away so that I could deal with it later. I knew that those ashes were still out there on the stage and there was nothing that I could do about it because the Epic Rock performance had already begun. As soon as I made it backstage, I felt like I just needed to tell somebody what happened, and my friends Gareth and Louie, who were the dancers in the production team, were right there. And right then, as I was telling them about that, is when it happened. In the first song of the show Epic Rock, the singer Ella tears apart this scroll and throws all the little pieces up in the air, and she throws her cape out, and a giant fan behind her pushes the pieces of paper and her costume all around, and it's a beautiful piece. And in that moment, we all realized that those ashes were no longer going to be on the stage. The moment where the ashes spilled on the stage was a horrifying moment for me. And the second that fan turned on, it was like a switch happened, and I was able to immediately turn and see the humor in the situation and appreciate that there is now a part of my dad that will forever be there with the Elation. I guess it's kind of fitting that my dad's favorite show was Phantom of the Opera, and now there's a part of him that will live forever in the theater on the Carnival Elation. If you were in the front row on that night, I'm so sorry. And for everyone else, don't worry, I'm sure most of it has been vacuumed up by now. The ship did go into dry dock the next week. I know that this story is a little bit of a sick and twisted one, but hopefully you're able to find some humor in it as I've been able to. See you in the next video.